Okay, hello everyone. Wait. Let me just turn off view lock as the First thing. Okay, so hello everyone. It's been quite a while since I recorded, even though this is a continuous kind of schedule of what's called videos coming up. It's been a while since I recorded, so I will have to get into it a little bit. So I'm here back to share an interesting game with you guys. I'm playing Gaia in the pocket on Ghost Lake. And let's have a look at my teammates, what's going on. So, on the left side, we have Smash Guy. I've no idea who he was prior to this game. It was a 16 plus room, though most players are actually 16.5 plus in this room. But yeah, he's probably around 1600. I don't really know him, but let's see. So he's going to be playing as Gaia. I'm going to be doing the same thing. He's going for the berries. I seem to be going for that too. No hunting dogs, which is alright. And with us is playing Snow. He's playing as Zeus, a solid 16.5 plus player. Pretty good. Actually, one of us should have given the first trees actually. Yeah, I'm giving it to myself. Sure, I'm probably going for the second town center, but it's better that I'm a little bit delayed and he gets the first trees. But whatever, it seems that I didn't like to go for that, so let's have a look at the other players. And it's gonna be Matt, playing as Hades. I don't really know this guy, haven't played with him much, but he was solid 17 plus in both 1v1 and TG. So I assume that he's a 17 plus player. In their pocket is FXXO. I had no idea who he was as well. Never played with him before. I thought he was around 16 plus as well. Just like Smash Guy. And on the left side it's gonna be New Loki Pro. No idea who he was. It was some Smurf. The AKA rate showed 1900 in 1v1. 1700 TG. No idea who he was, but he was a pretty solid player, I think. So yeah, probably more like 16.5 plus match actually. But yeah, he's gonna be playing as the Ra on the flank. I think he would have rather swapped positions with Oranos, and everybody seems to be going for the berries. Is that so? Where's these guys? This guy is actually going for the Aurochs, and this guy too. Okay, so they probably got hunting dogs too. Yeah, they did. So our team is on no hunting dogs and they are on hunting dogs. So let's see how that's going to be working out for them. What's going to be more efficient. I think this guy might have gotten hunting dogs after all. And I decided to not go for hunting dogs, as I didn't really have hunt. Yeah, I did have this Aurochs, but I didn't find it worth it from the looks of it. To just get hunting dogs for the Aurochs. I would rather get my second TC up a little bit earlier from the looks of that. So let's see how this is going to be going. Quite a bit of goats for most of us already on this team. He got the least, but still decent amount. How is the goats coming up for them? Same amount here. Yeah, the Ra doesn't have that many goats. He's actually making farms in Archaic. That's interesting. That's something we don't usually see. I don't really remember this game too well, so I can't spoil anything. But this might, considering that the other guy is Gaia, this might actually mean that there is going to be some sort of scarab rush. I mean, I don't know, but it definitely could be, since this guy is ready to reign in Archaic. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen. Maybe it's gonna be some scarab rush, but because this is quite unusual for Ra to go for this early farms. Maybe some Sphinxes could also be what he is wanting to do. So let's see what's going on the other side. And that's going to be me going for the second town center just now. Pretty well set up. It seems that I'm gonna have to be transferring to the goats since all the hunt and berries are out. Which is alright. No eco guild yet, so no husbandry for me just yet. Okay, so there's the rain. Yeah, and that's quite a sad story for me, because I didn't have any farms, of course, being in the Archaic Age. So it's not gonna be no leeching off the rain. It seems that one of us did give a forest to Snow in the end, which is good for him. I don't know who did. Maybe Smash did. He only has one forest, I have one forest too. So I don't know. Wait, I can check. I already used 2. And he used... Okay, so it's actually me. I gave him the forest. Okay, so getting my temple up. Going for a bit later advance. Quite a late advance actually. But that's because I wanted to get the second TC on Lohan build order. That's gonna be alright, I guess. And let's see how this game is going to be played out. But this early rain, let's have a look at how much he's actually getting from that. The no, not Smash guy, new Loki Pro that is. Okay, so this guy went for Leader, quite late advance actually. That is delayed. No second DC. He did get Pickaxe and Husbandry, but I think he only has 7 villagers, right? This is 4, and here is 2. So, okay, yeah, only 7, so that's 22 seconds delay. But I was gonna look at new Loki Pro, how is his food coming in. He is on quite a lot of food actually, so well played by him. Only see 1 monument. So I'm not sure if the second one is coming up, so that's probably an indicator that there's gonna be Sphinxes. Getting the second monument up this early. Could still be a Scarab Rush though, so let's see. It would both actually make kind of sense against the Gaia, because Gaia has a really tough time against all the myth units. So Okeanis is coming in for me, both TCs are looped. And I decided to use Forest on this TC so I can chop wood, as I may want to transfer to farms very soon. Okay, so getting my upgrades, we're going for big ass booming, and okay, Snow actually went for restoration. That's interesting. We don't usually see that. And Athena from the other side as well. But for Hades it makes a little bit more sense. It's a bit more usual for Hades to do that. So he's gonna be on 2 TCs as well. And what's our friend here doing? He's trying to secure this front TC with at least spider layers here. Is he getting some units out? And it seems like he might be wanting to raid anytime soon. And actually new Loki Pro went for a second DC as well, from the looks of it. Any more second DCs coming up? Yes, for Matt it's coming up, from the looks of it. Pretty decent army here, you should probably start moving with this. I think, by the way, it seems like he valored his oracles. I don't think if you're not rushing with them, I feel like that's kind of a waste, to be honest, because it's way better to have the hero Marmillo or Terma, actually. So yeah, that's kind of a waste. Could have used that a whole lot better if he's not rushing with the oracles. Yeah, and he's trying to deal now with the Sphinxes. He's going quite heavy on Terma, from the looks of it. I actually went double counter barracks. Okay, I didn't see that. So full Terma for him. The thing is that Gaia Terma gets hit by towers, so that's gonna be pretty tough, especially if this guy walls himself in, which he is quite nicely doing. Armory coming up, so maybe we didn't see really the Sphinxes, but maybe we are gonna see some scarabs. Let's see. I would actually expect Sphinxes with the earlier rain. And Snow is actually going for 3 TCs from the looks of it. So that's going to be a pretty big boom from him. And am I moving to take my forward? Not yet. I'm pretty nicely farming already. Well set up. Oh wait, that's not my... I was going to say I should fix my goal a little. Ah no, this is good balance. Probably saving up some wood to get some more things going on there. Okay, so my oracle was killed, otherwise not much going on. And how is his army coming in? Okay, so no army from him yet. But since he is Zeus, I think he may just be fine, as long as the red doesn't join up. And he seems to be moving nowhere just yet. Okay, so this confirms to me that he's probably not 16.5 plus, probably 16 plus. As I suspected. I didn't really know the guy. But what's going on this side of the field? Okay, so looking for something to raid from the looks of it. By Teal. And for me that's an indicator. As soon as this red army comes this way, That might mean that I gotta start playing the game instead of booming all the time. How is my eco ups coming up? Still just a classic baseline, not much else. Should probably invest a little bit more in that. I'm moving nicely, you know, getting everything up. Well, actually, I did have some army. Okay, I thought I was. Okay, I misremembered. I thought I went for some kind of fast heroic in this game, but from the looks of it, I wanted to invest a little bit in the army at least to help out my friend. Do I have nice upgrades? At least the mediums are there already, so that's good. One Toxo dead. And I'm investing a bit more in the army than I expected. So 30C coming up for anyone else really. And Smash is still on 1 TC. That's interesting. He's well over 60 pop. He should already be taking that. And now he finally is, but that's, in my opinion, a little bit late. He should have done it a lot earlier against that Ra. And there's going to be a bit of pressure here on the forward TC. Not much units yet from blue. It's actually only me with the units here. So it's going to be sort of a 1v2 here, along with the TC. At least this hero here is nicely working out, helping out. This archery range is not coming up just yet. And I see on the other side nothing interesting happening right now. Seems like the mediums are helping, but the numbers are just too much for me from the looks of it. So yeah, that was quite a bit of a loss. For some reason I unlooped my stuff, or I just can't see it. No, I didn't unloop my stuff, okay. Am I getting more upgrades? Yes, I am. Farm upgrade coming in. Okay, so now I finally got some time to build some military here. And some barracks. That's definitely needed. Okay, so 30C still not ready, but it is being built. How about the others? Okay, so 30C is coming up here, but we don't really have the numbers to do stuff about it. I just have these few guys setting up here for a bit. That's probably a good idea to decrease my runtime. So more eco ups coming up for me. Trying to get full upgrades. That's a pretty good thing. And the 30C is in. That's also going to be quite helpful. Yeah, and it seems like Smash is not really all that successful in his raiding. He might pick this off, but at the cost of losing some units, so that's probably not worth it. I think he kinda played the wrong strategy against this Ra, and for some reason he upgraded his towers. That's kind of a waste right now, to be honest. And yeah, maybe he's gonna be alright. This guy seems to be going very heavy on Toxotes, but I have lots of Therma, so I think he is just gonna be fine. At least we pick off the Scout and the Minotaur here. Medium here. Normal there. Okay. So what's going on here? Not much. Well, he's setting up here for a bit, but... Okay, so Rhea there coming in from him. That's a good choice. I think that's pretty good. Against Ra, I always go Rhea as well. Should have probably done it into some boomy fast heroic, but I guess it will be alright. Okay, so it seems that I'm gonna be securing this gold with also a tower, since I'm kinda afraid from Orano's raids. From the looks of it. So what's going on for the rest here? It seems like I got my towers 2 upgraded, but that's probably for this watchtower here. So my gold will be safe. And no heroic from me coming up just yet. Bite of the Shark is in. Okay, that's pretty good. And Trader being used on the Crocodile. But he didn't move it back. That's kind of a waste. It may have died by the Pharaoh anyways, but it would have been a pretty good idea to at least move it back. So both players are setting up. But the Ra is definitely a whole lot more ready, I think, to do stuff. Let me just look to his perspective. Yeah, he has tons of golds. Is the trades already coming up? Well, the market is there, but no trade just yet. And this thing seems to be doing some work. Chariots moving in, that's pretty good. But as soon as the destroyers come in, that's gonna be pretty rough. And this behemoth is one tough thing to deal with for him. Okay, he should put the Pharaoh on the behemoth here. So more behemoths coming in and destroy us, and exactly what I said. This may just be a pretty big problem for the pink player. Since Ra doesn't have Nefty Sprays, no Ancestors, these are going to be quite hard to deal with. Carnivora coming in from me to at least help out a little bit. And this Migdol is coming down. So the push is nice from green, but he doesn't really have the numbers just yet. He just needs to get a little bit more on the numbers, and then he will be perfectly fine to push out. And with my assistance now coming in, maybe something is going to be happening here very soon. So let's see. Still have some units on this side, so I'm quite nicely helping on both sides on the field at this point. So that's going to go pretty well. Seems like I'm in heroic 2. Well, pretty much fully upgraded, except for the wood. I have kind of a wood overflow, so I guess I don't need it just yet. Okay, so he's going for a bit of raiding. So what's going on this side of the field? It seems like we got shocked waved, but I think we should be... Well, this Synthalium Bard is going to be pretty hard times for us to deal. Oh wait, let me switch to my perspective so I can see what I'm doing. That would be... Okay, so market's coming up and I have tons of resources, so that will be meaning that the Mythical Age will be coming in for me. Definitely so. Okay, so I'm upgrading my wood as well. And he should probably not be chasing with this behemoth. It kind of slows his army down. And he should rather be pushing. Okay, so it seems like I stole the birds. That's a pretty nice trader. Okay, don't lose it. Don't lose it, please. Okay, I lost it. That's a mistake. So, more palaces coming up. Okay, so he was pushing quite nicely, but this was a pretty big mistake. This here, chasing that. That's kind of a waste of his army, to be honest. He could have been pushing way harder, and now the Son of Osiris is in. And these behemoths are gonna be completely useless. There's like no point of making them anymore, pretty much. Am I getting some upgrades? Yes, I am. Mail of Orichalcos, heavy infantry, no heavy archers yet. But it's gonna be pretty much fine. They seem to go quite heavy on the archers, and I still have my Terma. So I think I'm gonna be pretty much fine in here. So at least the heavy infantry is in. But they don't really seem to be doing such a good job. They just die very fast because of all the... what's it called? Because of all the archers. And these guys are still sitting idle. Why is he not sending them back? That's a huge mistake. He is losing this side now. I mean, he's getting outnumbered everywhere. Is he even popped at this point? No, he isn't. He is not. But so wasn't I. Okay, so at least he has the bronze upgrade so far. I'm getting my trade up from the looks of it. Okay, so I just have bronze and seal for Orichalcos as well. Okay, so the Atlas is coming up. We're kind of waiting for that. Am I building a temple actually for some behemoths? Yes, I am. Okay, that's pretty good. So let's see. So the implode is in. And sadly this is also in range, but since it's my allies building actually, I don't know why I said that, it's my allies building, it's not gonna get damaged anyways. Okay, so this is not a good fight for him. These are way better upgraded, yes they are. And these catapults, this is gonna be the start of the demise of green, especially with all this pop here sitting doing nothing. So our side is going pretty well now after the implode. All the army is gone, which is green light for us to push out. And how is my upgrades coming in? Still getting more upgrades. So that's good. Yeah, this is just gonna fall very fast. Yeah, and the Son of Osiris is quite a bit of a problem along with all these chariots. This is gonna be a problem, and sure, maybe they counter the carriers, but you just get melted by all the camels. They don't even get close to the Son of Osiris. He should probably be spamming some Arcus by now. because that's not going well. Okay, so more behemoths from me coming in. We are winning this side at the same time, but the restoration, that may just be a bit of a problem for us. That's gonna set us back. At least a bit nice upgrades from him. Similar upgrades to me, I think. No, mine are better. Okay. And how is the upgrades from blue coming in? Not much either yet. So this side is not gonna go as well as we would have hoped. But this side is winning. So let's see. So let's see if we can play this out properly. My pop is falling though, I should fix that. Probably some more building spam would be useful. Now so far we seem to be ahead on this side, and this side is not yet dying. Okay, so finally he got some Arcus, but they just look at the Son of Osiris massacring them completely. Does he have Masons? Yes he does, and Titan Shield. Okay, so he's quite well set up for all the siege. So that's pretty well played by green. Well played by him. Okay, so that's a restoration for us, and a pretty good one at that. It's gonna heal quite a lot of units for us. Ah, so some cavalry raiding to the back. More upgrades, even the irons starting to come in for me. Champions coming in. Okay, so this side is definitely winning now. Quite surely. Guardian of Io coming in. Will be quite helpful. But this side is losing, and he's not upgrading his Contarius. Can he afford that actually? No, he can't. He has... Oh man, why does he have only 6 guys on food? He should fix that. He has lots of overflow from this. And also this actually. He should definitely put some of these guys to farms. He needs his Contarius upgraded ASAP if he wants to use them. I would personally not make them into this kind of army. They just die too quickly. I would probably make Destroyer and Arcus. I think it's a little bit better. But he decided to do something different. Okay, so at least he has the heavy Terma, but they're just gonna die so quickly. And he should fix his waypoints. This is just suiciding units for nothing. He should just build back some army here. These guys are still idle, by the way. Oh, come on, dude. Okay, we seem to be winning this side slowly but surely. But I kinda have a feeling that this side is losing quicker than this side is winning. So it's not gonna look too great for us, and it seems that I even realized that I'm gonna have to set up on this side so I can help out quickly. So how are my upgrades coming in? Okay, so still the copper here, but at least I have, because of all the archers, I decided to get the iron on this first. That's pretty good. So do you have any siege coming in? That would be quite useful. I'm sending my stuff to the other side by now. I stopped making units on this side. I decided to send everything here in order to help this guy. Well, we're still pushing here, I guess. So maybe we're just gonna be fine. We have the superior upgrades. I think Snow 2? No, Snow doesn't. He should definitely get some upgrades by now. He isn't mythic. For what did he advance actually? I didn't notice. He advanced through Hephaestus. Well, then they should definitely be coming in. He does get Colossus, but where is his armory actually? Well, he is at least holding on for a moment here. I'm setting up here. He did lose his DC. Or was it already down? I don't know. So I'm probably getting my last upgrades by now. why are they not coming? I do have the resources from the looks of it. But yeah, it seems like Snow is getting pushed back now with me leaving this side. And, well, there is just no green here. Seems like green isn't home. Well, that's just a sad story, I guess. It's me keeping him alive. This game is definitely not looking too great for us at this point. And something is getting earthquaked. Who did? Probably this part got. Quite a little bit of hit points lost there. Yeah, Snow seems to be in a pretty tough position. Let's hope he can just survive long enough for me to save green so I can shift back to his side. And I seem to be pushing back the pink player at least a bit. We do have similar upgrades though. Yeah, our upgrades are similar, so he should have the advantage if the Son of Osiris is still here. I don't know, it probably died at this point. So what's going on here? Snow is falling further back each and every time. But this side is pushing. So is Red's upgrade actually coming in? I didn't really check Red so far. Okay, so still on just the copper. So these units will die fairly quickly. Okay, so let's have a look. Snow is falling further behind at this point. It's not really his fault. He is experiencing a full-on double. Did he get Masons though? He even has Architects, okay. So he's well set up to survive that double. But we are just having troubles here with the mercenaries. Seeing the Pharaoh here probably means that the Son of Osiris is dead. And these Sphinxes are gonna do something interesting. Okay, so I remember in this game, I told him to take back his CC, and he sent one guy. And I told him you need to send more, and this kind of contested area, you need to get it back fast. Otherwise, you know, it's not gonna succeed, but it seems like he got that. And I should probably move back through the underworld passage by now. Green seems to be saved, at least for the moment, at this point. Am I making units here again? Not just yet. Okay, so the hero archers are coming in to save the day. Fully upgraded at this point. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, and Snow is just falling apart at this point. It's looking like, to me, this game is not gonna be won. As this push, you know, this is kind of a stalemate at this side. Green's help is not too useful with the little upgrades he has with the medium Conteri. And I can do it by myself here at this point. And Snow can't hold it any longer. He did a good job though. I wouldn't really blame him for losing this game, to be honest. He did his best holding on as long as he could on the full-on double. So yeah, he was in kind of tough position. Okay, so pink is getting closer again. I'm gone from that side. This is interesting. Yeah, so it seems like Snow is safe for at least the moment. But this siege is definitely going to be a problem. Seems like my Chimera that I stole is going to get rid of these catapults. That's going to be quite useful. But it's gonna die, sadly. Ah, that's painful. He lost his gold miners there. Yeah, so at this point I was fighting on both sides actually. I was just distributing my units across the map. But it's kinda not enough. I mean, Snow is on 2 TCs, Smash is still on 3, but he doesn't have upgrades. It's gonna be too rough to win this game, I think, but who knows what can happen still. Okay, so how is this upgrades coming in? Oh, that's actually mine. Let me check this blue guy. Okay, so he does have iron at least a bit already, but it's... yeah, he's fully upgraded. And this guy... he is not. Okay, so we do have a bit of an upper hand, I feel, in the upgrades, but with all these units from them, Teal even being at 4 TCs, it's looking to me that this game is not going to be ours anymore. Well, at least we're pushing back here, at least a bit, but Green is going to be losing that TC. Okay, so the Migdal is being repaired. The TC fell again, so that's going to be Smash on 2 TC. Snow is actually on 3, I didn't realize that. This is his main TC, this is his forward actually. Ah, now that makes sense, so we are not as far behind as I actually think. It's not looking too great though, but at least he's still on his 3 TCs. But Smash definitely isn't. And this Migdal is not gonna fall. It seems like we should be looking at the top here. It seems like I decided to go for Titans. And that's exactly what we may be needing to turn this game into some sort of victory here. Towers coming up from Hades with tons of hit points, architects ready. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to turn this around, and this TC is probably gonna fall now with these two very tanky Heliopolis coming in. This TC is gonna fall. This TC is damaged, but it's at least it's gonna be okay for the moment. And some woodcutters by me got killed. Okay. And on this side, well, we're falling here, but it's rather slow. But this side is kind of crumbling too slowly but surely. It's not gonna look too great, but let's see what's going to be done. The Titan is gonna be put here, and let's see if I'm gonna be able to get it up. Maybe the Titan is gonna save the day, who knows? It is coming up quickly. Used lots of villagers to build it, but the camels are coming in, and even some catapults. This Titan is not gonna come up, and I can't do anything about it really. There's nothing I can do to stop these catapults from coming in. So yeah, Titan is gone. Underworld passage in my base that I can't really deal with much. Even some Dryads coming in at this point. And this is probably gonna be meaning with my TC falling now. This guy's still on medium Contarius for some reason with 0 upgrades. Snow falling. His TC is finally gonna fall now, I feel. We can't stop this. So that's probably gonna be resign time right now. Yeah, Snow is realizing that this game can be won. So he resigns. Same goes for me, and Smash is gonna be the last to resign. But it's kind of a unanimous decision. We couldn't really turn this game around anymore. That Titan was kind of our last hope. This side was crumbling slowly but surely. This side was dead at the end, you know. TC gonna be stolen. So yeah, sad game, but definitely a good game. I felt like if Green would have died a little bit slower, we would have pulled through on this side, almost guaranteed. I mean, we were in a really good position. They had no units anymore. We were pushing very nicely, but I just had to save green. And that lost Snow all his advantage he had against the teal player. And they got a Titan at the end too, from the looks of it. But yeah, that's GG. So let's have a look at the past game. Okay, so we see New Loki Pro as the MVP of their team. Can definitely understand that he did a really good job at playing this game. Pretty well played by him, defeating the green player. So interesting things here to point out. FXXO is actually slightly negative here. Yeah, and for Snow and Smash, especially Smash, the ratios are not going to be too great, as they were kind of falling, which makes sense. For me, it's kind of even from the looks of it. And of course, it's going to be the opposite for Matt and New Loki Pro. They had pretty decent ratios. Actually, New Loki Pro had kind of even. But especially for Matt, very nicely played there by him. Pretty well done. Quite a lot of raisings from him and me from the looks of it. So improvements. Interesting things to point out. Yeah, my late classic, I guess, for Atlantis is interesting to point out. That's a reasonably fast mythic, I guess, from the raw player. That's interesting to point out. And we can point out here the relatively little upgrades here from the top 3 guys. Yeah, Snow was getting doubled, so it's perfectly understandable. He just had to spam units in order to survive. For Smash, he should have probably invested in fixing his eco. That was the main problem. And like having half pop army AFK on the other side of the field for a very long time, that didn't help a lot either. So yeah, medium Contarius is gonna be his favorite unit for the game. Quite a lot of Sphinxes here. That's interesting to point out here. And they did a pretty good job for him, I think. Gaia has a hard time dealing with those myth units. Especially if you go for Rhea. If you have the birds, you're gonna be pretty much fine actually. But with Rhea, it remains to be quite tough. Until you get Argus or Lampade. So what you can see, we can see the typical Atlantis graph. We see a very good early game boom by me and getting surpassed in the late game by the Greeks and Egypt. Anything else to point out here? Yeah, you can see Red here being in a really tough spot at the time when I was leaving. This guy was in a pretty good spot though. But Red was almost gone really. Okay, anything else? Wait, I want to check how many civilians did I have. Only 39. I should have probably gotten like 45, a bit more caravans. That would have been pretty good for me, but it seems like I didn't go for that. So good games. Good game rather. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.